It's been a tough year for everyone. It really has been. It's been a long year. It's been a painful year. It's been brutal. People couldn't see their loved ones and families. People couldn't travel. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses went out of business. A lot of people died, over 1 million of COVID. My own country, 330,000. It's been tough. And we look to the future, we say, 2021, we have an opportunity as a collective whole, make it better, make it a good time. A lot of good things could happen. A lot of new businesses could be started. We can change the way we treat each other, maybe be a little nicer, less cynical, more optimistic. What's bothered me more than anything else has been the utter lack of civility that has crept into society as a direct consequence of social media. People think it's okay to treat other people like shit because they don't happen to be face to face with those people. And that is extended to every dimension of our interactions now, from our news media to how we view others to gossip at work. And maybe in 2021, because we've all been cooped up for such a long period of time, that we can change things a little bit, be a little nicer to each other, a little friendlier to each other, and a little bit more civil with each other. And maybe we all can have a little bit of empathy. Who knows? I'd like to believe that the human race can do that. I'd like to believe that people are capable of treating each other with civility and niceness. Maybe I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, I lose nothing for believing that, and I lose nothing for being nice and having empathy. So that's what I'm going to do. Of course, we always have the New Year's resolutions: lose a little weight, meditate a little bit more, be a bit healthier, eat healthier, these types of things. Treat the family a little better. Make sure that you buy dogs their treats on time, these types of things. And of course, I assume you guys all have resolutions of your own. And that's going to be fun. Cardano's going to have a good year next year. A lot of the software is shipping, a lot of things are going to be built, and the ecosystem is going to grow tremendously. It grew this year tremendously. We probably quadrupled in size and participation. And the network is now in the hands of the stake pool operators. It's a very dangerous, scary thing. It's like random people you've never met over the internet are just somehow going to be responsible for a $5 billion network. And it's basically what happened. And they pulled it off, and they pulled it off in a way better than we anticipated. In fact, some cases, they ran it better than we ever ran anything. And I'm proud of that. And next year, we'll see it again with the arrival of smart contracts and all the dApps that are going to be on the system and the growth of the governance system. Tam and I, we spend a huge amount of time these days talking about governance. We're thinking about global solutions networks, multi-stakeholder governance. We've been reading all these historical papers on where the internet came from and how the internet governs itself. We're thinking a lot about, how do we build Cardano in such a way where the things that made the internet successful on the governance side and the evolution side can somehow be inspiring equivalent things, analogous things in Cardano. Because if we win that fight, we win all the fights. And Cardano is not only here to stay, it'll surpass every other one of these cryptocurrencies because it has a model to sustain itself as it grows to millions to billions and not regress or lose or ossify, whereas our competitors do. So that's going to be the great challenge of 2021. We know how to do the hard technical stuff. We know how to write the code. We have the protocols. That's not the challenge. The challenge is the social dynamics, the governance side. And I really look forward to that. In fact, it looks like I'm going to write a book. And there's going to be a lot of work that goes into it, but it's going to be a book on blockchain governance. And you're all going to hold me accountable. So by this time next year, probably sooner, we're going to have a book on blockchain governance. And it's going to contain within it all the lessons I've learned, the organization has learned, and other people have learned about governance in general, why it's important, and what must be done for cryptocurrencies to be successful. And it won't be an academic book. It'll actually be a practical book in that the things we recommend will have been done or already are done in Cardano itself. So it'll be an explanation of how to do things the right way and a demonstration of how we did it. So it's going to be a very exciting project and something I'm going to enjoy. Long overdue. I've for 5 years been wanting to write it, and I finally found a great co-author, and now I'm in a position where I can, and I'll just keep writing. 2022, we'll do one on identity. In 2023, we'll do one on value, nature of money, monetary policy, and where crypto fits and all of that. Because after all, my company focuses on the transformation of value, identity, and governance. So let's write some foundational books, huh? All right. Let's get to your questions. And the dogs always bark.